Ladies and gentlemen, it is a pleasure, across time, as it were, to share a few reflections on the journey of a musician who seldom sat still. I am Georg Philipp Telemann, born in Magdeburg, shaped by Leipzig, Eisenach, Frankfurt, and finally Hamburg, and carried forward by an unrelenting desire to let music flow wherever life placed me. I came to music against the wishes of my family, who hoped I would choose a respectable profession in law. But melody had already taken hold of me, and by the time I reached Leipzig, I found myself composing more pieces than the city's copyists could comfortably keep up with. Founding the Collegium Musicum there drew me into the company of remarkable musicians, including a young Johann Kuhnau, and later, in Eisenach, I collaborated with members of the Bach family, Johann Bernhard and his cousin Johann Sebastian, whose artistry and friendship I esteemed greatly. Handel, too, crossed my path more than once. Though our styles differed and life carried us along separate routes, we kept a cordial respect for each other's work. My career in Hamburg proved the most enduring chapter. As director of music for the city and its churches, I was constantly writing cantatas, passions, orchestral suites, chamber works, often for multiple institutions at once. Some called me prolific. I simply called it my daily bread. The joy of composing lay not in quantity, but in the freedom to explore. French elegance one day, Italian fire the next, German counterpoint the day after. I delighted in blending styles, in following the colors of unfamiliar instruments, and in writing music for amateurs as readily as for the most skilled professionals. Pieces such as the Tafelmusik, my concertos for trumpet, oboe, and viola da gamba, and my inexhaustible trove of overtures all grew out of this restless curiosity. I believed that music was a living language, enriched by every voice willing to speak through it. Folk melodies, foreign harmonies, instruments newly fashioned or rediscovered after long neglect. My final years were spent in Hamburg, where I died in 1767, still carrying melodies in my head and jotting down ideas whenever my eyesight allowed. Looking back, what pleases me most is that I was permitted to take part in shaping an age of extraordinary musical imagination. Thank you for listening, and thank you for allowing a composer who never stopped writing to speak for a moment without a quill in hand.